Hey guys, it's your boy Aijalon Wallace. Welcome back to the channel. So you're thinking about getting your Sage staffing agency off on the ground, and today we're going to be making a video to help you out and hopefully help you get started and take action today. I am the Nomad Recruiter, Aijalon Wallace. I travel the world for a living and I make placements. I travel to over 100 countries, and I'm a full-time digital nomad recruiter for the most part. And recruitment has gave me the lifestyle to be free. I'm not here to teach you how to be rich. Here to teach you how to be free. No Lambos, no mansions on this channel. At the end of the day, I'm very honest with who I am. You can check out my website at nomadrecruiters.com if you want to book a coaching call and learn more about my program and course that I teach to my students. And I have a lot of testimonials of a lot of my students on my website that have closed 20K, 40K, 50K deals, real names, real people at the end of the day, but they are hungry. They are people who are putting in the work at the end of the day. So, this is a what you put in, what you get out business. It is a $400 billion industry. So look, let's jump straight into the staffing side of things. So guys, when it comes to staffing, the first thing I want to say, because a lot of people watching these videos are only familiar with healthcare staffing. And I want to say that there's technical sales, there's sales staffing, there's insurance staffing, there's truck driver staffing. There's so many like areas of staffing and niches at the end of the day. It's so much money to make out here, and I talk to a lot of people, sometimes they just don't even know or even think about it. What's funny to me is when I usually have a coaching call with someone, one of the things I always ask is, how many people have you referred to a job this year and did not get paid for it? And what if I told you you could have made 10, $20,000 from that one person over a span of a year, or just with one deal if you did recruiting and put them in a full-time permanent position. So it's just crazy how how so many people had so many opportunities to make money over the last year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and they didn't really know about what staffing or recruiting was. And often a lot of people look at this area as it's not the most popular, and a lot of people think it's underpaid. And so sometimes I work with a lot of high up engineers, and they're on these 200K, 300K salaries. Like I make a lot of money, and I was just like, and they don't know how much we're making on them, I guess, we're the real pimps out here, okay? It's the recruiters, yeah, you just made $150,000 salary, but we just made 25 grand off of you or 30 grand off of you, and we still got like 5 or 6 more roles that we're working on this month. So the sky's the limit to how much money you can make with your agency at the end of the day. One of the reasons I tell a lot of people is that, yeah, that I'm here to teach you how to be free and not how to be rich, is because everyone has different desires, different goals at the end of the day. With me, I live a lifestyle where I tend to work 1 month on and 1 month off, or I may work 2 months on and 2 months off because I'm frequently traveling and I like to enjoy my life. I didn't quit my 9 to 5 only to start a business and keep working all week and all every day. All it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It just doesn't make sense. I didn't quit my job to work more, so that's what I do with my life, at the end of the day. But I got a lot of my students. One of my students just closed on his first $1 million. He has a surgery, but after surgery, I'm gonna make sure I get him on the channel. But I have a lot of students who has aspirations to be multimillionaires and make money. For me, I just always wanted to make residual income for the rest of my life and just be free to see the world. Currently, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. I am making a lot of travel content for you guys as well if you want to check out some of those videos. And then I'm heading to Vietnam, I'm heading to Bali, I'm heading to Manila after this. Going back to the staffing side of things as well. So I wanted to mention, so there's a lot of niches and a lot of areas within staffing that are currently growing. Sometimes people ask me, well, AJ, what should I specialize in if I want to step outside of healthcare? Well, areas that are starting to grow a lot is digital healthcare, the cannabis space, geospatial, technical sales, anything. And then there's different areas within IT. I think a lot of people don't break down IT when they say it, but when in the IT space, you have your mobile developers, so you have your Android and your iOS and your React Native developers. You have your front end engineers, your back end engineers. You have full stack developers, You have your DevOps engineers, you have your UX, UI designers, you have so that will fall into like the front end and UX sometimes, but usually you have your UX, UI, you have CX designers as well. You got your technical salespeople, so your account managers or your SaaS guys as well. And then you got, people don't know sometimes. People just assume they don't know technical sales roles pay upwards of the 100 to 150K, sometimes 200K for district manager guys as well. So you're still able to close, make 15,000 on sales positions as well, just like that. Cannabis area is a new space. It's a new niche. And what I love about new areas and a lot of people don't know what to charge. They don't know what they should be, charging. I had one of my students close one of her first deal in the cannabis space, and it was for a junior position, and she got like 25% on that role. And because it's so new, these roles are so new to the market, they never really had a room or a chance to start working with other agencies for the most part as well, at the end of the day. So it's a lot of areas within the staffing space. Another key word that you guys need to learn about is EOR, employment of record. Now, employment of record is a company that, helps you out with licenses and insurances if you don't have the licenses and insurances. And we do have a preferred provider that we offer in our program. That information is only released once you purchase the program, because there are a lot of EOR companies that have scammed a lot of people out there for the most part. So you do have to be mindful, you do have to be careful, you do have to do your research at the end of the day. But I just want to educate you guys on the strategies. There are other strategies where you can do it all yourself, but it will take a lot more capital, anywhere upwards from the, 10, 20,000 to start. Because if you want to do it yourself, you want to get your own licenses, you want to get your own insurances, it's going to cost some money. And this is why sometimes I do tell people to start off on a recruiting side if you don't have enough capital, for the most part. And most importantly, make sure you diversify your business development strategies as well. All right, guys. And so when you guys are getting your agencies off the ground, understand what platforms your niches are more in demand as well. So a lot of times people watch our channels, they watching us talk about all these software tools, Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, okay, just because me and you both work in recruiting and staffing, that does not mean the people in our niche use the same website. Okay. So everybody doesn't use LinkedIn. Everyone doesn't use, Dice or Indeed or Career Builder. So you need to properly understand in your niche what websites and what platforms are used the most. So you can be able to, build a pipeline of quality candidates at the end of the day when your clients do come to you and ask you for help. That is why it's extremely important to understand your market, extremely important to understand how to recruit. I need you guys to learn how to be recruiters, because a lot of people are just trying to learn the sales tactics, and and clients are asking for refunds or the candidates are not staying. You have to properly understand how to qualify your candidates. Most importantly, there's a lot of qualifying questions that you have to go over, but the basics is, and one of the most important is, of course, um, what is your salary expectations when you're talking to a candidate? What is your location? A lot of people do not ask this question because people always assume. Remember, assume makes the ass out of you and me. So people always assume because they post a job in Chicago that everybody applied to the job lives in Chicago. That is not 100% true at all. A lot of those people probably live in New York or Dallas. So you want to always clarify and make sure you understand where your candidate lives. Another question is, are you a US citizen or green card holder? That is a very important question. If you are working with an American client or a client in another state or another country, you want to make sure they have citizenship. So if you're working on a job in Australia or the UK, because it's something you don't want to waste your time talking to candidates if your client's not willing to sponsor those candidates as well at the end of the day. So that is something to take into consideration when you are getting your agency off the ground. Other questions you want to be asking is their reason for leaving, their why. You do understand if a candidate is talking bad about their manager, that's probably not the best candidate to represent. But sometimes you do have to educate those candidates because they don't know. So, when a candidate does tell you, "Oh, my candidate's an asshole," or, "Oh, I hate this boss," or, "I hate this," or, "I hate that," that's not the type of energy that you wanna be hearing from your candidate, and you will need to coach them on how to respond to a question like that if you still wanna use them for the most part as well. So you wanna understand their why. Most importantly, you wanna be asking if if my client was to give you an offer, and your job was to give you a counter offer, would you accept it? You wanna make sure that they say no. If they say, "I don't know," you do not wanna represent this candidate because it's gonna waste a lot of your time and your money and your sweat equity, which is something you're not gonna be able to get back at the end of the day. You only wanna work with people who are ready to go and who's ready to take action at the end of the day. Listen, if you like this content, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Support your boy. I got 10 kids to feed out here for the most part. It's no Lambos, it's no Manches. Check out nomadrecruiters.com. Check out my testimonials. Book a call with me if you're ready to take action for the most part. And I can't wait to see you guys soon. All right, let's go from there.